We would like you to pause for a moment to reflect upon the different types of environments that you were surrounded by. Where do you live? What does your work environment look like? Where are you sitting and watching this presentation now? We understand that these environments are different for everyone. However, we all would like the environments we engage with to be welcoming, inviting, and safe. Hello, and welcome to our group presentation for EDFD 451 Assessment Task 1. We would like to take a moment to introduce ourselves. Jess, Jordan, and Angelica.
During this presentation today, we will be outlining the Quality Area 3 of the National Quality Standard, that being the physical environment. We will provide you with an overview of the NQS, the aims and requirements of Quality Area 3, the considerations when creating physical learning environment, and examples of safe environments. We will also be addressing some of the issues and challenges centers may face regarding meeting the Quality Area 3 standards and elements.
So what are the National Quality Standards? The National Quality Standards, as known as the NQS, sets a high expectation for all national early childhood educations and care services in Australia. There are 7 different areas in the NQS that centres are assessed on. For this presentation, we will be focusing solely on Quality Area 3, the physical environment. These 7 areas ensure all services understand what is required to provide a quality program with the aim of meeting and exceeding expectation.
The National Quality Standard aims to promote the safety, health, and well-being of children, a focus on achieving outcomes for children through high-quality educational programs, and families' understanding of what distinguishes a quality service.
Quality Area 3 of the National Quality Standards invites you, as an educator, director, and your center, to analyze how you can utilize your services' physical environments. This includes both indoor and outdoor physical spaces to create welcoming, inviting, inclusive, and safe spaces for all members of the center's community. Ultimately, Quality Area 3 ensures that physical environment surrounding the children is safe and is able to provide a diverse range of resources that can support children's learning and developmental skills. It is vital that a registered service thoroughly considers the resources and physical structure of the environment in order to optimize child engagement and the level of positive experience and inclusive relationships.
The National Quality Area 3 is divided into 2 standards, design and use. As you can see in the table, the standards and elements highlight the aims of this area. The first standard, 3.1, is the design aspect of the environment. This standard is about the physical facilities of the service, including its design and location. It includes the amount, arrangement, and use of indoor and outdoor spaces. The second standard, 3.2, is the use of the spaces and resources in the physical area. Educators create environments that are inviting and inclusive and support children's exploration, creativity, and learning. These standards invite you to consider how the design of your environment is fit for purpose, ensuring that the spaces are appropriate, suitable, clean, and safe. It also guides you to explore how you can use the environment and resources to support participation and engagement for all children in quality experiences in both built and natural environments.
The environment, including the structure of the physical building and the floor plan, can pose some challenges to centres regarding meeting the design requirements. Some challenges centres may face include ensuring that there is adequate sized and equipped indoor and outdoor spaces within the premises for all age groups, as more often than not, the size of the centre is not able to be structurally changed. Directors and educators need to use their initiative to create a welcoming and engaging environment with the space that they have. This needs to abide by the government rules and regulations. This may involve having shared areas between rooms and outdoor spaces to utilise the space. Another challenge centres may face with the design aspect is ensuring that there are shaded areas that meet the recommendations of relevant recognised authorities for sun protection. The sun in Australia is 7 to 10% stronger than in other countries, particularly those in the Northern Hemisphere. Therefore, it is essential centres meet the sun-safe regulations, whilst providing children with the opportunity to utilise the outdoor areas at all times throughout the day. Different states and services in Australia have policies which they need to follow to ensure this area is met. To support sun protection in the physical environment, centres are responsible for ensuring that there are shaded areas that meet the recommendations of the relevant recognised authorities for protection from the sun, and that activities are organised in an appropriate areas to align with these requirements.
The NQS outlines that being fit for purpose does not mean that the service needs to be purpose-built for education and care. This is particularly relevant in those services which operate from school or community halls, classrooms, libraries, or other multi-purpose facilities. When centers are assessing whether the design aspect of their physical environment is appropriate, they need to consider things such as the accessibility of the premises for all children and community members. This means ensuring facilities are designed or adapted to support access by every child, family, educator, and staff member. For example, this may include incorporating ramps for wheelchair and pram access so that the center is accessible to all. In regards to accessibility, it is also vital that centers scaffold the learning environments so that all children can participate in these experiments. This means that age-appropriate resources and materials are at an appropriate level accessible to the children. The design and location of toileting for children and adults. It is essential that centers have facilities that permit interaction and convenient access between indoor and outdoor spaces. An example of this is including toilet and nappy changing, where applicable, and hand washing facilities as per Regulation 109. How to manage the supervision of children when accessing all areas of the site. As per Regulation 115 premises, both the indoor and outdoor environments of the center must be designed to assist educators in adequately supervising children at all times, in ways that minimize the risk of injury and conflict. The design should also consider how to reduce prolonged exposure to excess noise and promote children's learning and development.
Upkeep refers to the premises of the centre, ensuring that furniture and equipment are safe, clean and well maintained, as every child has a right to be safe. To ensure this element of the standard is met, educators are responsible for following a cleaning schedule and regularly conducting safety checks and monitoring the maintenance of the building and the equipment. Many services will use daily cleaning checklists to ensure the required upkeep of the centre is being met. The daily cleaning routine and practice implemented at the centre provides an opportunity for intentional learning. As the educators lead by example through best practice, they encourage the children to participate in cleaning and hygiene. Educators are also responsible for following safety advice from recognised authorities. This includes ensuring all equipment meets the Australian standards, for example, cot and bedding and obstacle courses.
The use of different spaces in the physical environment provides an array of opportunities for children's growth, well-being and development. In particular, ensuring that learning environments are adaptable for learning through creative play provides children with opportunities for exploration. Some challenges centres may face regarding the use of the physical environment include providing learning experiences that meet the diverse needs of all children, whilst creating opportunities for children to be adequately challenged. In order to create inclusive environments, it is essential that centres provide a diverse range of experiences that promote children's learning and development. Educators can support children with opportunities to challenge themselves at various levels and to take safe risks. In order to achieve this, reasonable adjustments can be made for children where necessary to enable their access and participation. Another challenge could involve children having to wait long periods of time to participate or access popular resources and/or facilities. To overcome challenges regarding resources, centres can incorporate materials such as commercial, natural, recycled, and homemade materials. These can be used in a variety of ways to support play-based learning, contributing to children's well-being, creativity, and developing independence. The final challenge we will be exploring is insufficient training on sustainable practices, resulting in the inability to model desired sustainable behaviours. Educators need to be aware of new sustainable practices that they can implement and model to the children to ensure that children become socially responsible and show respect for their environment. It is essential that educators are provided with adequate training and support themselves in order to promote sustainable attitudes, behaviours, and learning.
Quality indoor and outdoor environments invite all children of all ages, abilities, and backgrounds to participate at a level they are comfortable in, whilst also introducing an element of challenge to scaffold their learning and build confidence in their abilities. To work towards achieving this element, educators can create personalized learning programs and experiences, noting the children's current and developing interests and abilities in order to plan future experiences and challenges.
This is a quote from Nature Play Queensland. Young children explore their world with all their senses. Through hands-on experiences, they see their evolving creations, the colours, the patterns, they feel the textures of materials, the soft petals, the rough bark, the smooth stones, and smell the fragrant leaves and flowers. Some natural and affordable materials you can incorporate in your learning environment include flowers, shells, stones. These materials can help teach children how to show respect for their environment through creative play. To support this element, establishing and implementing bush programs is a fantastic way to involve children in the collection of these materials whilst making connections with their community. These loose parts that children can collect and play with create open-ended play, encourage and support children's imagination and curiosity. Children can manipulate these objects to use them in a variety of ways and for different purposes.
Children learn to become environmentally responsible when they are included in daily sustainable practices, both indoors and outdoors. When educators lead by example, modelling attitudes of respect, care, and admiration for the natural environment, this encourages children to replicate these positive attitudes towards their environment. It is important that you as an educator embed and explain why sustainable practices and choices are important so that children can understand the complexity of protecting and caring for their environments. In an early learning setting, these are some sustainable choices that you could add into your daily routine. Sorting and recycling waste. This could involve the implementation of different bins, including recycling and compost bins, accessible to the children. Observing and caring for animals and insects. This could be achieved as part of a Bush Kinder program or even just outside in the garden area of your centre and caring for the worms in the worm farm. Implementing a range of water conservation devices and strategies. An example of this could be encouraging children to empty their water bottles into the garden before they go home.
Thank you for listening to our presentation today. We hope you have gained a clear understanding of the elements of Quality Area 3. We would like to leave you with this statement to reflect upon today's presentation and to encourage discussion with your team. A quality physical environment may look different to all members of your center. Consider what aspects of the environment are important to you, your team, and most importantly, the children in your room when deciding what your quality area should look like. While responses may vary, all the elements of design and use we have discussed today should be considered in order to enhance the engagement and learning of all children in your program. So, What changes would you like to make to enhance your physical environment